Welcome SGK users, Poker here again with a little addendum and upgrade for the motion matching tutorial I did the other day. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and, if you remember, when we jump, let's see, I fixed it already, hang on. All right, so if you remember yesterday when we would jump, I'm not going to make it do it now. It wouldn't, if you were running, it wouldn't play the jump animation. You'd still be running in air. But as you can see, it still seems like it ends a little bit early. What you do is just go to the jump here and set the max speed to 999. So we want to go from 0 to 999. That's it. Now, if we go into our animation blueprint here, right here from our get pawn owner, get movement component, then get is falling. Promote it to a variable, rename it is falling. And then go back in here to our chooser. And we're going to reset this to is falling. Now this should make it a little bit smoother. Yeah, see, it doesn't end prematurely anymore. He doesn't end his jump cycle till he actually hits the ground now. So there's the fix for that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get our footsteps working the easiest way I've found so far possible. So first thing we need to do is go ahead and get our kits. It's also going to be an upgrade to the sound too because it uses sound meta sounds. So first thing you want to make sure your meta sounds is enabled in your project, which I think it is by default. And we're also going to be using gameplay tags. So first thing we want to do is go ahead and go into, we'll take a look and run first. Open up one of the animations. If you notice here, all of our we'll take a look and run first. Open up one of the animations. If you notice here, all of our notifies say none. But that's okay. What we need to do here, if you see up here where it says event, what we need to do is just make some new gameplay tags. So right click on it, it's going to say invalid tags, have been removed, hit OK. Go back up here again, go to manage, or actually you can just click this plus sign right here. And we are going to type fully.event.walk. And you need to make sure that the first letter is capitalized in every one. So easiest thing to do is just go ahead and copy that up to the last dot there. Set our source to default gameplay tags, unless you have your own. If you're already using gameplay tags and have tag storage, use that or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. All right. And now we have a walk. And hit add new tag. And then we're just going to go ahead and add a bunch more here. We need to run. And coincidentally, that's the one we want to set here. So go ahead and set that there so we don't forget. But go ahead and open that back up here. You can also open up here in a little bit easier to, a little bit larger window here. So let's see, what do we need here? We need, all right, so we got run and walk. We need land. Oop, need to set that. We need jump. That'll be so you can add like a little grunt to when you launch. It probably has something to do with footsteps too, I'd imagine. But anyway, let's see. We also need hand plant. We only need this if you're going to end up using the traversal eventually, but might as well add it because you never know if what you're going to add to your project. Can't hurt to have it there. Hand plant, and then we need run backwards. And again, make sure it's spelled exactly how it is here. And that's how it's spelled in the game animation sample, so that's what we want. We need run strafe. Let's see, hand plant, jump, land, run backwards, run strafe, walk. Let's go ahead and do scuff. These are like the little noises when you, like when it pivots from like going left to right. It's kind of neat. It actually adds quite a bit of ambience. All right, and let's see. We need also scuff pivot. Scuff wall. Tumble. That'll be for if you add the roll animations eventually. And then lastly, it looks like walk backwards. And again, it's backwards. Make sure it's spelled correctly. Oops, I guess I don't need that. Doesn't need to be capitalized. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. They're both spelled back. We'll see if it works or not. Anyway, let's need those tags. Let's see, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got them all. Okay. Tags are added. Now, if you go on these, you'll notice it doesn't change anything. And all of them should be, let's see, let's take a look at a jump. We got to run backwards there. See, everything's set, so we're good. We land. All right, so now that that's set, we have our thingy prepped here. What we want to do is go ahead and go back into our game animation sample, just like we did yesterday. And if you want, you can go ahead and add the traversal stuff now too. Eventually we'll get this figured out and have it working. So it wouldn't hurt to have it here, but you don't have to do it now. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But again, we're just going to go ahead and do all these, migrate them. But this time, we're going to go into the audio folder here, and we're going to go ahead and delete these 3 here. These are the sounds that come with the kit. It's up to you if you want to use these or not. I'm going to go ahead and use them because they have some decent sounds in here. Mix, that's up to you. You don't necessarily need it, but it goes along with the meta sounds to make it so you can fine tune them nice and fancy. So I'm going to leave that there as well. And then we also need, in the blueprints folder, we don't necessarily need the NM modifiers right now. I honestly am not really sure what they're due, but I'm just going to leave them because they're connected there somewhere. But what we're really after here is the NM notifies here. And we don't need the character stuff because we already have that. So we want the sound stuff minus these 3. And then blueprints. Oh, it's not there. There's usually a data folder here, but I guess we're not seeing that for some reason. Oh, you know what? That's because we're not doing the traversal nodes. If you do traversal nodes, you get a data folder too. But anyway, so all we need here is the animation notifiers, animation modifiers, the mix, the sound waves, and the meta sounds. And we're going to go ahead and migrate it into our project. And don't overwrite anything. All right, so really all we were copying there is the animation notifies and sound stuff. So you can actually just delete all the character stuff from the import data if you want, but we're good anyway. All right, so now we go up here and do our audio. We want to go to, let's see, oh no, we don't want to go in here yet. We want to go to the blueprints, animation notifies, and open this one here, the BP animation notify Foley event. I've already had this in here and disconnected everything because you get a lot of compile errors because there's a bunch of stuff that we didn't take in. But that's all right. We don't need all that. Go ahead and leave received notify and get notify name. Go ahead and delete get audio bank. We don't need that. That's fine. We can leave get notify name exactly how it is, because this is where the gameplay tag is set. If you notice, like on this one right here, it's this is a hand plant, so it already has that set. And this is just getting the data from that animation notify and turning it into the notify for the event. So we can just go ahead and delete all this stuff in here. And then what we want to do is go to Survival Game Kit Animations, Notifies, go to the Footstep Notify, and then we're going to start off with the Received Notify here. Just copy everything here, paste it in here, go ahead and just confirm it. We're going to add that node later. Convert that guy to a variable. Oh, we can't place it because it's an invalid node. All right. That's all right. So just delete this so it's out of the way. Go back in here, and then we're going to go to our surface trace over here. It's up here under trace. Copy it. And then just paste it in here. Go ahead and hit confirm, undo nothing. And then we want to create a variable out of trace settings. Then this one here, let's go ahead and get that first. Go to bones, get foot bone name. Paste it. Right click on that, create variable. And just go ahead and delete this guy. And then take this side variable that's already here. And do an equal enum. Set it to right. Alright, so there's that. You can just right click on that and refresh it. Now we need the play footstep sound. Just right click and paste it in there. Right click on that, create a variable. That should be all we have to do in here. Yep. The next is, you can right click on that and refresh it. Spawn particle effect. Create the variable, good in there. And then last but not least, last but not least is the spawn decal. I'll make sure you refresh that. Spawn decal. Oh, there you go. Oh, we need to refresh this one. Oh, what are we missing? Oh. Yeah, and then we need to reconnect that back up there. And then that should be good there. And that should be everything there. Don't really need this default bank anymore. These aren't really being used, but we can use them later because you can actually set these on the animation itself. So we could, if you wanted to, you could, yeah, instead of using these sound settings here, you could replace that there. But we'll just leave it how it is for now. All right, and that should be good to go on that. We should, let's see, oh, we do need to go. And we'll go in here to sound settings. Copy the sounds from there. And we'll just go ahead and set this in the default one here. Oh, we do need a couple other things to set up too. There's that. And we're going to do the same thing. We want the bone settings. Copy it. There you go. And then also we need the trace settings, which is just all we have to do is go back over here to trace settings and set that to 50. All right, so that should be good. We have, did we add a sound yet? Yes, we did add a sound. That's just the basic SGK sound. So now when we play, we should have sounds on everything. Oh, why is it not? All right, so this is dumb. Forgot about this. You need to enable it. Ta-da! All right. So there you go. Footsteps working in the game animation sample SGK integration. Now, let's go ahead and play with the meta sounds a little bit. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with them or not, but they're kind of cool. So we go in here to meta sounds here. And let's go ahead and we'll just play with run at first. Where is it? Run. All right, so if you notice here, we got a whole bunch of sounds here. And what we can do now is, since, let's just go ahead and duplicate that, and we will call it run. Let's call it snow. Or no, we'll just call it wood, because I know wood is already a default material in the kit. And if you haven't yet, I would highly recommend. All right. Both of these are free on Marketplace or Fab. They got some pretty decent sounds in there. You got, see, we have all these different types here. One's a Footsteps mini sound pack. And then the Essential Footsteps SFX. This one's a personal. If you make less than 100K, made less than 100K or funding in the last 12 months, you're good to go. That definitely describes me. So I don't know about you, but I'm good on that one. But yeah, get some sounds. I've already downloaded them and moved them in, I believe. Let's see. Did I? Yeah, Soundwaves, I've got a bunch in here. And what we can do is, now that we have made our run on wood, go to input, we'll just delete those. And then go to where we copied our sounds. I'm not going to put every single one of them in there, but we'll put about 10 of them in there. That way it gives it some variety in the footsteps. So that way it's not, the footsteps not exactly the same every single time like it would be on standard survival game kit. This would probably be easier if I open the content browser window and went to those sounds. And go like this, row 4, 5. All right, so now we have that. What we want to do is go to, we can do it here in our default one. So the way the animation notifies work with the game animation sample is this guy here, the animation notify fully event, is our master. All the rest of them, all you have to do is change this. And then this is for debug. I'm not using that, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyway, make sure enabled's ticked on all of them too. And this is where you can set, you could set them in here, but they're not being used right now. But it also sets it dynamically in the animation. Let's see, where's the animation? When you click on the event, you have sound here, so you can set your sound here if you land's too loud or something. Whatever. All right, so anyway, that's another topic for another day. Yeah, this guy's our default. So what we can do here is come into our sound settings, sounds, and we'll go ahead and, since default, you can only add one. You can only have one type of enum out at a time. So we're going to go ahead and change this to, let's go ahead and change that to wood. And then we can actually use our new meta sound, which is that one. Oh, this uses a sound base node, so we can use meta sounds on this. No problem. And we'll go ahead and add another one again for default. And we'll just do that, the default run sound. All right, so then there's all this other stuff you can play with in here. There's reverb and stuff. I haven't really messed with meta sounds, so I don't know much about it, but it looks like it's pretty cool, and it definitely adds some stuff to the game. All right, so now we should have meta sounds. Let me save everything. And this way, if you want, you can go to every single instance here. And if you want different sounds, like you can, for each type of thing, like if you're jumping and you're landing on wood, change that up. However, very, very, how do you call it? Modifiable, customizable. All right, anyway, so we have that in there. Wood, we'll go ahead and go in here and let's just do a cube. Drag it out, resize it. And then we'll go ahead and set our wood physical material. Let's make sure that it's set up correctly. Yep, we're good. And now when we're walking on here, you can see definitely improved footsteps, and you can hear the scuffs going off too. Anyway. You can really hear the scuffs on the wood. But yeah. There you go. That's how you fix the jump, get footsteps working in your game, and upgrade the footstep sounds. Alright, so since I forgot to have the sound recording when I made the other video, and I've actually deleted the project that I made that recording from, I'll just go ahead and show you the sounds in my personal project here. This is the standard survival game kit sounds right here, footsteps. And we're going to go ahead and change it over to the standard run that came with the meta sound run that came with game animation sample. And you can hear a huge difference. And then here's wood. You can really hear the scuffs on the wood. Oh, there you go.